Oh my god. Oh my god, yo. That Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I had a list of things I wanted to see, and I saw a lot of them. There's so much stuff to talk about. I am super excited right now, so we're just going to hop straight into it. We're starting out hot. Mario Kart World, the brand new Mario Kart game, the launch day Mario Kart game. They kind of went like the Diddy Kong Racing route with this game, or I guess by extension, like the Sonic All Stars sort of route, if that's a bit newer for you guys, where you can like grind on stuff. Your cart can turn into like a boat and go over different areas with different vehicle transformations. You can go off of walls. There's all sorts of crazy power ups. The graphics look fantastic. Like, this is a beautiful looking game, and we'll get into some of the tech specs of the system as well as this video goes along. There's a day and night cycle with various weather conditions that actually affects how you race. There's up to 24 racers at once. You can go off the track and go wherever. There's a free mode where you could just like cruise throughout the track and go off the course and like find different paths and stuff like that. There's a knockout mode where all the courses are interconnected, so that way you are just doing it, all in one span, and people that are racing get knocked out based on, their position of it. This looks nuts, bro. This looks so good. And like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was awesome, but like this is such a unique take on it, and I think the proper take for the Mario Kart franchise. Like I said, that is a launch day title. I can't wait for this game, dude. It's going to be so much fun. And it's going to be so awesome. And then we start getting into features. This thing moved at a very brisk pace, and we're going like over an hour long of content. There is voice chat. The C button is game chat. People, Nintendo has entered the Xbox 360 generation. It is built in to the system. You press the C button, and then you can talk to people on your friends list. I am so happy right now. I am so happy. This was such a basic ass feature, but they also did talk about like the parental controls thing, which is something that I said parents need to parent their children. You have screen sharing built into the system as well. You can get like this camera thing and you get on screen yourself. Now, the screen sharing and the camera action did look a little bit choppy. Definitely need to tighten that up a little bit, or maybe that's just how it's going to be. You can adjust the screen size as well, so that, because like there's this weird thing on the bottom where it shows you like who's talking. I don't want that. I don't need that. I can, decide whose voice is speaking. But I guess they put that up there so that you could see like the camera. It does seem like it's just a USB camera that you attach to it. So I'm sure there will be some alternative choices if you want something that's a little bit different for there. And this is just awesome. This is a much needed feature, like, it's something to bring it into the modern era. And like, as they're showing off all of this stuff, like the designers of the Switch 2 look to be very young, and like these young bucks cooked, because now we're getting into the system specifications. 1080p screen in handheld mode, 7.9-inch screen with the same thickness as the original Nintendo Switch. We have up to 120 frames per second in handheld mode with HDR support. Bro, let me read that again. 1080p screen, 7.9 inches, 120 frames per second refresh rate, and HDR support. Bro, that is a huge, massive upgrade over the original Nintendo Switch. I am so happy that those rumors that we talked about ended up being true. Of course, they show off the mouse for a little bit. There's a new stand, 256 gigs of internal storage, as I called, and 4K docked support. Yes, kiddos, Nintendo has entered the 4K realm. There is 60 frames per second max in 4K docked mode. You can get 120. You can get 1080p, 120 frames per second in various games, such as games we'll be talking about, such as first-party Nintendo Switch 2 games, one that I'm super excited for. But yes, technically speaking, great. This is greatness. This is what I wanted from this system. It seems like they're actually like trying really hard to make this a very modern system. So I'm thrilled about that. Like 1080p, 120 frame per second Switch games on the Switch 2 or new games on the Switch 2, like that's going to look so much better. They then showed off the Switch 2 welcome tour. This was honestly pretty weird. It teaches you about the system in like an interactive way, and there's like little mini games and stuff, but it's a paid digital game. I definitely feel like this should have been packed in little bundled title, but hey, what do I know? And then they showed off the game carts. The game carts are now red instead of grayish black like we saw with the original Nintendo Switch. There's faster data reading speeds as well. Micro SD Express only on the Switch 2. So you won't be able to use a standard micro SD card. You have to use a micro SD Express card. You can get those. Like I said, I got a SanDisk one that's like 256 gigs that was like 30 or 40 bucks. So, pretty good. They showed off a Switch 2 Pro controller that has the C button, new programmable back triggers, and a headphone jack. And the system has a launch date, June 5th. Let's go. That is what I am talking about. Very, very excited for this. June 5th, roughly 2 months away, and I can't wait for this. Before we go any further, though, you're going to need some protection for your Nintendo Switch 2, and that's where today's sponsor, dbrand, comes into play. The Nintendo Switch 2 is almost here, but are you going to trust it naked in your grubby, disgusting hands? Meet KillSwitch, dbrand's ultimate case, built for comfort, protection, and versatility, and launching alongside of the Nintendo Switch 2 this June. The dbrand KillSwitch features ergonomic grips for actual comfort because Joy-Cons, that's not it, pal. A custom dock adapter with USB 4 that's fully compatible with Nintendo's official dock and doubling as a sleek display stand. And a crush-proof travel cover, now with a frosted game card holder for up to 10 games. No more digging through your cases like a caveman. You could pick up the dbrand KillSwitch alongside of your Nintendo Switch now by reserving yours today for just $3 to make sure you're first in line this June. dbrand has been around for the original Nintendo Switch, and they're going to be here for the Nintendo Switch too. Check out my link in the description box down below or in the pinned comment, and head on over to dbrand's website to reserve yours today. Huge thank you to dbrand for sponsoring today's video. And then we get into the different game types. There's Switch 2 games, there are Switch 1 games, and then there are Switch 2 edition games. Enhanced Switch 1 games, they're really doing it. They are charging you money for it, though. And let's get that out of the way. This does cost money. I try to tell you guys these weren't going to be free upgrades, but, what do I know? Super Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 Edition was showed off. It expands upon the base game. There is some audio stuff with voice chat, camera support in the game as well. There are some brand new modes in it as well. You could basically purchase this as an upgrade pack. They did not say how much these upgrade packs were going to be. I'm guessing like 30 bucks. Like, I'm just going to go on the high end with this. I never picked up Super Mario Party Country Bear Jamboree, so I don't really care about this. But, I guess it's cool if you're a big fan of it. Then we have Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 editions. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Enhanced resolution, enhanced frame rates, HDR support. Yes, those games are going to look... I might have to replay them now because they're going to look so good. They're going to look so good with high frame rates and higher resolution and HDR. There's new content, kind of, with the Zelda Notes thing. It's a weird thing for your Nintendo Online phone application. It, sends you tips, and you could send QR codes of your builds to different people. But the games just look so much smoother. Kirby and the Forgotten Land gets new content with additional story content, improved graphics, and frame rates for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. And here's the big one, folks. Here is the freaking big one. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. We are in the building. Mouse controls for Nintendo Switch 2. 4K 60 frames per second HDR in docked mode. Or you could do a performance mode with 1080p 120 FPS with HDR. Bro, is this Nintendo? Is this the Nintendo I grew up with? Because it seems like a different Nintendo. It seems this is a very different Nintendo that I am not used to, but I am thankful for. I am happy that this new Nintendo exists within my world. because Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, bro, just skip that Switch version. Just get that Switch 2 version. That is all you need. That is going to be a superior first-person adventure experience. And then, I don't really know what this was. This is called Dragon Drive. It's like wheelchair sports. Like, you could become the GOAT of wheelchair basketball, and like you use the mouse as like to control your wheelchair and like call for passes and stuff. I hope this is a very cheap game. It comes out in summer of 2025. Wheelchair Sports. It's actually called Dragon Drive, but I'm going to call it Wheelchair Sports. Shout outs to Nick the Wheelman. He's a person that I'm friends with on Facebook. He always messages me, Nick, hey, you better be the king of this game, pal. Then we got some third-party stuff, and you remember like how I told you guys there was going to be tons of third-party games for the Switch 2? Well, there was tons of third-party games for the Switch 2. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. I mean, it's Elden Ring. I'm not a fan of the game. I tried it. I did try it, and we're going to have to try some more FromSoft stuff as the video goes along. Hades 2 is coming to the Switch 2. Street Fighter 6 Years 1 and 2 Edition with new amiibo? Okay, that's surprising, but Street Fighter 6, hell yeah. Daemon X Machina Titanic, which actually looks really good. Like, I never really liked the first game all that much. I wasn't super impressed with the demo, but I think this actually looks like really good. Split Fiction is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 as a launch game, so expect all those Joseph Ferris games to end up on the system. EA is here. Madden is coming, folks. Madden is indeed coming. He's coming down your chimney. And Football Club is also coming. Hogwarts Legacy Switch 2 Edition that features mouse controls, enhanced game, enhanced visuals, better frame rates, all that stuff. That is a launch date game. Tony Hawk 3 and 4 Switch Edition. Hitman is coming as well, along with a new game, Project 007, that was teased towards the end, which looks... I mean, they didn't really show anything, but it sounds very cool because I am a fan of James Bond. Square Enix is bringing Bravely Default Remastered, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut with new scenes on launch day. I need a little break. I need to catch my breath here because we're not done. We are nowhere near done. And there are still big fire announcements to come. Like, they could have ended it there, and I would have been like, damn. That's a pretty good show. But no, there's more. You want more? How about a new Hyrule Warriors game? Huh? Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment coming this winter. It is based on Tears of the Kingdom. It is a story leading into Tears of the Kingdom. It uses the visual aesthetic of... Well, Tears of the Kingdom. I think it looks really good. You know, there was a ton of characters on screen, a ton of enemies and stuff like that. You know, some of the Hyrule Warriors games, really outside of Hyrule Warriors Legends, like Age of Calamity, that needs a Switch 2 edition, like, for sure. And I would actually pay for that because I want to be able to actually experience that game instead of having it just, like, sit on my shelf. But that's coming this winter. And then, holy Christ, on a cracker. What did I say? We need Nintendo Switch Online needs to add a new system for the Switch 2. And they said, RGT, we got you, Brody. GameCube is coming to Nintendo Switch Online exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2. What are the launch games? Oh, I don't know. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Huh? You know, you wanted that Wind Waker HD? Well, you're kind of getting it because these GameCube games have upgraded image quality and resolution. So Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, yes, the good version of Soul Calibur 2 that features Link. It's still an awesome game. It still has held up really well. And F-Zero GX. In games that support it, there's 4-player online multiplayer or local multiplayer. More games were also teased as well. Luigi's Mansion, the good Mario Strikers game, other games, Chibi Robo, and this is available on launch day for expansion pack members. Bro, GameCube, thank you, Lord Jesus Almighty, for GameCube on Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. I'm an expansion pack member, so I'll be eating good. You want more? Oh, there's plenty more, because there's more third parties that we have to talk about as well. I didn't even manage to write down all of these. The stream ended up like freezing and like everything got out of sync for a while. I'm assuming that like people were just crashing the stream because there were so many people watching it. Deltarune, Delta Don't Care. There's like all of the Deltarune games. I don't mess with that stuff. Borderlands 4. Randy was there. Randy. Borderlands 4 is coming to the Switch in 2025. Civilization 7 Switch 2 edition with mouse support. That's going to be a thing going on, I feel like. WWE 2K, NBA 2K coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. You should be giving away WWE 2K for the Switch 2. After that abortion, that failed abortion. You can't even say that, but I'm saying it. After that piss ass showing that you did with WWE 2K on the Switch, you should be giving this away. Here's where the stream messed up, so I didn't even get footage of this, but Cyberpunk 2077 is a Switch 2 launch day game. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is coming to Switch 2 along with the other Final Fantasy VII game, Rebirth. Now the stream came back. There was a sizzle reel because like these were getting like individual times and stuff. So Silksong was showing up. They said it was a 2025 game. I don't know about that, partner. Star Wars Outlaws was shown. Get out of here, Ubi. What are you doing, Ubisoft? Shoo, fly, don't bother me. Shinin. I don't know how you say it, but the people that made Fast RMX and those, awesome games, they're making a new Fast game. And that's going to be super cool because they're always graphical showcase for the system. There's some weird Ridge Racer compilation from Bandai Namco as well, like the arcade editions and stuff like that. Hope it has online. That would be super cool. Now I'm trying to catch my breath. Now I'm trying to relax a little bit. We're getting towards the end of the presentation here. And I am more than satisfied. I am very, very satisfied. And then they show the From Software logo. And I'm like, okay. I'm not a big From Software guy, but this is a new game. So that kind of made things interesting. Like, oh, because I looked on my Twitter. I'm not an expert in FromSoft, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is a new game." I'm like, "Okay." The aesthetic looks really cool, like some sort of vampires with like different characters and stuff like that. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Kind of the Castlevania vibe. I'm sure I'll buy it and try it, and then not like it. But then they show that you could like turn into a dinosaur, like a big ass T-Rex, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? I am in. This is a game called The Duskbloods. It will be coming out in 2026, and this is an exclusive Nintendo Switch 2 game. An exclusive From Software Nintendo Switch 2 game. Exclusives matter, people. No matter what these idiots, morons, these fools on YouTube and X and Facebook and Twitter and whatever social media platform you use, Instagram, these morons that say, oh, nobody cares about exclusives. You're going to tell me, bro, they're going to sell so many units of the Switch 2 because people are going to want to play this game. FromSoft is so hot right now. Like they are so hot. You have Elden Ring and then you have The Duskbloods, which is an exclusive Switch 2 game. Like, bro, drop the cap with this. Exclusives do matter when you're trying to sell hardware. If you don't care about selling hardware, then yes, it probably doesn't matter. The Throat Goat was up next. Kirby Air Riders, a sequel to the GameCube game, Kirby Air Ride. It's directed by Sakurai, so OJ will give it a 10 out of 10, like, immediately. Just a little teaser of this. And then we have the final game, the last game of this presentation, and it's Donkey Kong. And he's in 3D, a new 3D Donkey Kong game. If you know anything about me, I hate Donkey Kong 64. I think it is a travesty of a game. But this, my friends, looks amazing. This looks so good. So many graphical effects. And obviously, like the footage you're seeing is compressed because of YouTube. I'm screen recording from my computer while I'm watching this. But it looked so good. You could ground pound, like go into the underground. You could smash walls. You can destroy the environment. And it like stays destroyed and it plays into the gameplay. Honestly, the graphical style kind of looks like Super Mario Odyssey on crack. The little hit of LSD as well. Like it is very vibrant. It is very gorgeous looking. This looked So awesome. Donkey Kong Bonanza is the name of the game, and it'll be coming out on July 17th. So a month after the launch of the Switch. Then they showed off a bundle of Mario Kart World along with a vanilla version of the system. Did not say a price point, but holy shit. What a show. What a show. This was everything I wanted and more. Third-party games, expansion to the Nintendo Switch Online, basic online features, a capable system. Like that new screen is gonna be awesome. The features, bro. I'm so excited right now. Like I'm so happy. This is what I wanted, and if I finally have gotten what I wanted, I have finally gotten you know what this is? Nintendo fans deserve this. If you're a fan of, even if you're just a casual fan, like I'm not a Nintendo fanboy or anything like that. I love all my platforms. But these are the things that Nintendo fans have been hoping for with the Switch 2. Something to keep up with the Joneses, but still has that Nintendo feeling to it. You're showing off so many pieces of software. And yeah, some of these pieces of software are older, but there were exclusive games at this. Games developed by Nintendo. An exclusive game developed by FromSoft. Like, bro, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. This was great. This was a great presentation. And now the fun has really begun because now other companies are going to be saying what games they have coming. Other companies are going to be doing this, that, or the other. Great show. Great show. I don't care how much this thing costs. I don't care because I'm buying several. I want to make a tower of these systems. Now, of course, there are concerns. You know, the voice chat and the screen sharing thing looked very wonky. How much are these enhanced versions of games going to cost with the upgrade path? You know, how much is the system going to cost? I'm thinking 400, maybe 450 now. I'm kind of leaning more towards the 450 range, but I don't care. I am thrilled with this. This was a great presentation. And now the fun has really begun. Now the fun really begins. So let me know in the comment section down below. What did you think of this showcase? Did you enjoy it? And if so, what were your highlights or what were your lowlights? And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Huge thank you to Dbrand. Protect your Nintendo Switch 2. Go over to Dbrand's website with the link in the description box down below or in the pinned comment section and pre-order your Dbrand Kill Switch case for your Nintendo Switch 2. I'm sure I'll be back later with more videos, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.